Hello and welcome. As you probably guessed, I am MotherAzure, but you can also call me Maria. I am back again with another pico card, and this one is about the energy between you and another person regarding a specific situation. Now, I don't know how I'm going to phrase that in the title, but I'm going to try to keep this as open as possible because all situations are going to be specifically different. I am going to be looking at the energy that you hold regarding the situation, the energy of what the energy of the other person is. Then I'm going to look at the unified energy and also maybe see if I can get some type of solution to the situation, because I'm going to assume that if you're here is because the situation is either confusing or it hasn't been resolved yet for whatever reason, right? Because why else would you be here if you had clarity, right? So I am going to clarify before I start that this is a general reading, so please take it as it resonates. If it doesn't resonate, don't force it to resonate. If you pick one pile and it doesn't work for you, you're free to pick another one or don't. It's up to you. And I also want to remind you that you are the creator of your own destiny, okay? I am reading the current energies. This is not an ultimatum. This is not the end of the energy, okay? We are constantly transforming, so I want you to keep that in mind, okay? Because I know that sometimes we want an answer, sometimes we don't get the answer that we want, and we start, we spiral down, and I don't want that to happen, because I think that it should be clear that readings are for the now. So this reading might not resonate tomorrow with you, because the energy can change. It may not be as dramatic as that, but it is possible, and I want you to know that, okay? Because I know there are many people in the spiritual community that are pretty susceptible to suggestions, and I don't want that to be the case here. I want you to come into this reading with a clear mind of what to expect, okay? So without further ado, let's get into your piles. For pile 1, you have the peace sign charm. For pile 2, you have the infinity sign charm. And for pile 3, you have the scissors charm. Hello, for pile 1 with the peace sign charm. This is your reading. So what we're going to do is, you have some cards pre-picked. I'm going to show you in a minute. But what I'm going to do first is shuffle the tarot for you, so I can get a card for each person. So one is going to represent you and one is going to represent the other person. I am not going to limit it to either one. So as you listen, you're going to realize which one applies to you, if they do apply to you, okay? So I want to get that out of the way first, to make sure that the rest of the reading is for you, okay? So let's see. So for person 1, well, that is reversed. Interesting, because I don't shuffle reversals into my deck, and I feel like I know what card it is. But, so we're going to go with that one. Those are too many. So we got the 2 people here. If I need to clarify, I will, but I don't think I need to. And this card that I already pre-picked is to represent the energy between the 2 of you. So like the shared energy here, okay? So we're going to get first into this one. So person 1 has the 10 of Cups in reverse. I knew it was a Cups card, which is very interesting. But again, I don't shuffle reversals into my deck. So the fact that it came out like this, I'm going to leave it like that, okay? And for person 2, we have the 7 of Wands. And as a unified energy, you have the Mandrake, okay? So this is the Liminal Spirits Oracle. All right, so I'm going to go person by person, and then I'm going to get into the unified energy, okay? So, and I'm also going to interpret the charm. I forgot to say that. So you know what? I'm going to do the charm first, because I don't believe that it's a coincidence that you picked that charm specifically. When I pick out charms for readings, I just I have like a little shell, which was here before, but I don't have it here right now because it occupies too much space. I didn't bring these together, this closer to you. So the charms, I simply shuffle, don't shuffle, I shake it. I have a shell and I shake that shell. So the charms fall out, right? And when I do that, so the charms that come out, they're part of the reading in and of themselves, and they can help you better pick with your intuition. So I don't just put my hand in there and pick the charms that I think look best. I simply shake the shell, and whatever comes out, comes out. I make sure they come out one by one. So I make sure, so I know that is the one for you. So you got the peace sign charm. And I'm going to take that also as an overall energy here. So as the peace sign, for me, this talks about a situation where I would say both parties or everyone involved just wants harmony. So like a unified type of harmony. But for whatever reason, I'm pretty sure that this is not happening considering the two cards that we have here, and that's why you are here to begin with in the reading. So I would say that the overall energy, or at least the strongest energy here, it could be both people or it could be just one person that has a lot of energy, okay? Ultimately wants peace in the situation, wants harmony. These are two people or one person that they want to work things out together rather than apart. So this is probably, I'm hearing compromise. So one or both of you could be willing to compromise things about yourself or in your life for the sake of keeping peace in the situation, okay? And I can definitely see that with the Mandrake, but I'm going to get into each person first. So this person over here has the 10 of Cups in reverse. So the 10 of Cups, when it's not reversed, I would say many people call it like the best card to get, like, let's say in a relationship reading, or it's one of the best cards in the tarot. I would almost say the happiest card, although some people call the happiest card, they say that for the sun, but I would also put this one like maybe behind the sun in terms of happiness, or even more depending on what it is that you truly want, right? So because this card is in reverse, this person is very, very unhappy with the situation. This could be talking about again, I'm not going to limit this to one type of situation, but I am going to mention a situation if it comes to mind. This could be related to family, so specifically the family unit. So this could be someone that you have some type of family unit with, regardless if they're your partner, parents, someone else in your family, or simply this is someone that somehow, some way collaborates with you. So this is not... what I'm trying to say here is like, this is not someone that you're not apart. For me here, at least with this person sees you and them as a team. So this is not someone that sees, it's less of a me against the world and more of a we against the world, if that makes sense. So it's like seeing a partnership. However, they're extremely unhappy right now. And it could be because this peace, this general energy that is here has been disturbed in some way, and they could be the result of a person's specific action. So maybe someone here took an action. I'm not reading this in the cards, I'm literally not looking at them right now, this is coming intuitively. So someone took some type of action recklessly, and didn't think about the consequences in the moment. However, the consequences here, they messed up this family unit. Again, doesn't have to be a family. I'm saying like the dynamic between these two people, or more people, it could be more people as well, was damaged because of this decision. I can't really tell you what it is because, again, I am going to keep this open, so you can fill in the blanks, see if this is for you. Remember that I'm trying to see if this is your reading. So this is your time to pick and choose which person is you. So this other person, however, so like I was going to say that this, just the general feeling that this person has right now is extreme unhappiness, or at least, I'm hearing like, shattering of dreams, if that makes sense specifically. So maybe this person had a specific idea about this situation, or a specific hope about the situation, and it turned out to not be real, and they're going through this period of disillusionment, okay? So this person over here, person 2, person B, whatever you want to call it, is the 7 of Wands. Now, the 7 of Wands, I heard a TikTok once that I found very funny, and it's very accurate, actually, where the sound says, if you want to stop it, you're gonna have to fucking kill me. So that's the vibe of this card. So this is someone, like I said, this person is we against the world, but this person is more of a me against the world. So I would say that this person over here is not seeing the dynamic as a collaboration. This is someone that may be hyper independent and tries to do everything themselves. And that has put this dynamic in jeopardy in the past, okay? It may be the person that took this decision, but it doesn't have to be. It could be anyone here, okay? This person, regardless of that, because this person is kind of like more in their feelings about this. This person, however, feels more like they're willing to fight for this situation. So like I said, if you want to stop me, you're gonna have to fucking kill me. This is something like this person is not giving up no matter what, or at least they're gonna try their best until they just can't anymore. Okay, because, and it's also like this is coming up in a very interesting way with the imagery here. Because I feel like this person, let's say that this is the person that took some type of decision that affected the dynamic negatively. It doesn't feel like they're hiding away from what they did, or like they are avoiding taking responsibility. In fact, I think that they are taking it, if that makes sense. But it may be the case, again, this is coming intuitively, I'm not seeing this in the card specifically, that this person may be admitting what they did, or they may be taking responsibility for making you or this other person. I was saying you, well, maybe it's you. Is taking responsibility for making this other person feel like this if they were the person that took this reckless decision. But at the same time, it feels like they detach from it. So like there's not a lot of feeling in there, and that's probably making the other person have like alarms going off in their brain about this. Okay. I feel like this person, the one thing about this person is that they are really passionate about what they're doing and the decisions that they're making. Okay, so I feel like this person, even though they're taking responsibility, they may not completely comprehend that what they did was wrong, or at least they didn't in the moment, and now they do. But it's like this person is very passionate, very driven, very determined. So it may be that they took this decision recklessly. If that were them, it really feels like it's this person, considering the cards that I have here. They took the decision recklessly because they're very hot-headed, and I don't think they thought it through. They thought it through. They just acted, if that makes sense. It's not an excuse. I'm simply seeing how it's playing out here. Okay, so I'm assuming that by now you know which person is you, right? So more of the unified energy with this peace thing. So this person is more concerned with the fact that this peace, this harmony was broken, and this person is more focused on restoring it, or at least doing something about this. Okay, and I can definitely see that, like I said, with the Mandrake, because the Mandrake has many messages. One of them that really sticks with me is like love is in the air. It doesn't have to be that there's love, like romantic love between these two people. It could be that these people love each other in some way, and that's why there's so much pain involved here, and that's why this person keeps fighting for it, even though they were probably the one who fucked up. That's why this person is kind of disillusioned but still wants the peace. So it's a difficult decision because there are a lot of strong feelings involved, if that makes sense. But with this Mandrake here, I'm gonna go back to the fact that I mentioned the illusion here, because the Mandrake is kind of like a homunculus, if that makes sense. Is that the word? Homunculus, I think. So the Mandrake has like this human-like shape. It has been used for several years. If you have seen Harry Potter at some point, you remember the Mandrake. So they're kind of humanoid-like, right? So I feel like this Mandrake is talking about like these two people, even though I feel like they have strong feelings for each other in some way, they were not seeing the actual person, or they were very into the idea of what they wanted this other person to be. So I'm not seeing this just only on this person. I'm seeing it on both people at the same time. So it's more like these people, they favored the idea of the other that they had more than the actual person, and that led them, maybe both of them, to make decisions that hurt the other person, because they weren't seeing, like I said, they were not seeing the real person. They were seeing kind of like this perception that they had of them, and they kind of refused to acknowledge the fact that it was not this person, you know. That may be the case more so for this person than this one, just off the what I'm seeing here, but it doesn't have to be. Okay, so I'm gonna get into, so I have these pre-picked already. So these two cards, they're gonna be representative of what the solution to the situation is, or just maybe additional advice or something like that. What we're gonna see here how that plays out. So you got this, the Queen of the Moon Oracle, I think. So you got Hot Moon Extremes, and you also got from the Angelarium Year 1 collection cards, you got that, which is the emptiness. So I'm going to show you those two. There we go. So these are the two cards. So that Hot Moon Extremes, this is number 34, by the way. I would say this is a card that's very sexual in nature, but I'm not gonna put like a label on this because, again, the situation really depends here. And you got that, which is the emptiness. So this is so interesting. So the general solution to this, they're acknowledging two things. Like I said, there are very strong emotions here, and it may be the case that, like I said, these two people are, well, this one is more in their feelings, this person is more about acting and not stopping and trying to, but I feel like this person may not be respecting this person's feelings because they want to keep going, but this person isn't feeling it, if that makes sense. But it's like these people are kind of like opposites of each other. This could be represented in their signs, specifically their moon signs, because the moon sign has to do with feelings, so I would definitely look into that if you don't know about it. But what they're saying here about the solution to the situation, I feel like it's more about they want you to see all aspects of the situation, the good and the bad, instead of just focusing on the view that you would prefer, if that makes sense. So instead of only paying attention to what you would like to be true, they want you to look at all aspects, what you would like to be true and what you would not like. Whole kind of scope, the whole spectrum of possibilities in this situation, because a big part of this, like I mentioned, it's like this disillusionment, this disruption of peace that you guys wanted to keep, but it didn't happen because there was something else here that fucked it up, like I said. So, and with that here, I'm pretty sure you saw like the imagery here, but this is very similar to the Two of Pentacles. So I feel like when it comes to the situation, the best solution is not one that you take too quickly or recklessly, or a decision taken on a whim. This is a decision that you have to really think about, and like I said, really weigh both extremes, really see the entire scope of things, okay? Because this is such a emotionally driven situation here, because I mean, cups are emotions, but then wands are also, I also see it as some type of emotion, because wands are more drive, power, but that's still an emotion if you think about it. It's very easy for both of you to make decisions and ultimate decisions on a whim, or maybe just make decisions based on those feelings that may not, it's not that your feelings are wrong, because they are never wrong. They're your feelings, okay? It's more like making this decision. Look, I never turned this on. Am I stupid? Oh my goodness. It's kind of like making this decision just based on your emotions is not going to result in something that you are satisfied with, neither you or this other party, okay? And that being the emptiness, so I'm gonna read this right now because it has like a thing in the back. So it says, at their very center lies an empty place, the space where there is no tree of life. Its existence is only visible in the shadow left behind all other things. That does not exist. But the thing with that here, like they're saying here, that doesn't exist in the tree of life. That is like everything passes through it, okay? So this is kind of like the approach they want you to take in this. Firstly, you're allowing yourself to feel these emotions and not shame yourself for them, because your emotions are not incorrect. They are your emotions, okay? I would go as far as saying that there are no wrong emotions. There are only probably wrong actions that you take based on those emotions, and by wrong I mean that they're harmful to you and those around you, okay? This is more about you taking the time for both of these to fully experience the emotions, and then once those emotions are out of the way, in the sense that you felt them, it doesn't mean suppressing them. When you suppress them, it's worse, because then your emotions control you. If you don't suppress them, if you feel them, you're gonna have like a clearer mind in order to make whatever decision you have to make here to resolve the situation. This applies to you and the other person as well. So I want to say that right now, that you only have control over your own actions, okay? So let's say that you decide to feel your emotions and think about this from think about the decision that you think will be best, not based on those emotions that are on a whim, just what would be best for you and for this person at this time, regardless of negative feelings, okay? What will be better in the long run and all of that, okay? If you do that, and let's say that this other person doesn't do that, you can't control that. If that doesn't happen, it is up to you if you want to wait it out, but you can also walk away, all right? Because again, you can't force the other person to do the same as you. And I don't think that if you're seeing this, that the other person is going to see it necessarily. It may be a case, but not always, okay? So they just really want you to take the time to process it and then look at the decisions that you can make regarding the situation. Because like above all else, in this situation, there's a desire for harmony. There's a desire for love. And when I say love, I don't mean necessarily romantic love, just love in general. There's a wish to keep diplomatic relationship in some way. So there's like the most important goal that I believe that both people have is to go back to this energy, or at least keep it. But you're really gonna have to work through those emotions in order to do that. You're not going to be able to do it if you don't process your emotions, and both of you actually probably compromise a little bit. Because like I did mention compromise in the beginning, because I feel like if there are negative emotions because someone took a decision that was reckless and hurtful to the other person, there has to be compromise that this is not going to happen again. And like actual demonstrations that this is not going to happen again, okay? So I really want you to think about it, and that's what they're saying here. You really need to think about it instead of just going and just making a decision that you may regret later, just address your emotions, address how you feel about this, all the options on the table, and then make your move, okay? So that's all I have for you. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you feel called to, because I do put out new videos every Thursday at 12 p.m. EST and occasionally on Sundays. Also, go ahead and follow me on Instagram if you want. I do leave my updates about the channel over there, and I also post other messages sometimes. If you want to buy me a coffee, I have my Venmo and my Cash App in the description down below. It is never expected, but it is always very appreciated. I wish you the best of luck on your journey, and much, much love to you. Bye-bye. Hello, Phoebe Pile 2 with the Infinity Sign charm. This is your reading. So what we're going to do is I'm going to shuffle these cards first so I can get tarot to represent each person in the situation. I also have this card, which we're going to use to see kind of like the mutual energy between these two people. And then I have other pre-picked cards to see what the solution to the situation could be, or just other advice regarding this, okay? So I forgot to do this like that for the first group, but I'm going to do it for your group because I just remembered. I did want to interpret the charm, because the charms, the way I picked them out, I have like a little shell where I have all my charms. If you have been here before, you have seen it. I take the shell and I shake it, and whatever comes out, especially if they come out one by one, then I put them in the pile. So because I want to make sure that whatever choice you make based on charms is intuitive. So to make kind of like an extra layer of making sure that you pick the correct reading for you, okay? So for this charm, this feels, being the Infinity Sign, this is something that's been going on forever, or at least it feels like that, and it's very cyclical in nature. So maybe the situation feels like it's getting better at times, and then it gets worse, but then it gets better again, but then it gets worse. So kind of a lot of ups and downs, because it's kind of like a going back and forth, right? So I do want to acknowledge that before I keep going. We're going to see the rest of your cards though. So let's see, please, Spirit, a card to represent person 1. I'm not going to say which one is you, so it's up to you to see based on what I say, which card represents you. So this person is the 9 of Cups. Please for the other person. Oh, there we go. The Strength card. So one person is being represented by the 9 of Cups, and the other person by the Strength card. Very interesting. We're gonna see. I mean, oh my god! I just look. It's right there. It's right there. It's the You saw me shuffle, okay? Because I get so surprised when that happens. So you have the infinity sign there as well. So, this person's energy, whether it is you or not, I would say is the strongest in this reading. So it's more likely that it represents you, but I'm gonna tell you, what I'm getting for each card anyway. Because, I mean, it's the same symbol. That is so insane. Wow. And then you got, for the unified energy, you got metal. So this is the Liminal Spirits Oracle. So this is the metal card right here. This, I feel like it's reflecting what I said, because both of these cards, they represent each person. They're very good cards. I would call them good cards, right? But we have metal, and metal is not necessarily a bad card. I do interpret it more with a Mars, like an Aries energy. So there could be conflict here, depending on, so I mean, it's literally lava, right? It's not lava, just melted metal, which is very hot. So the thing with this card is that this is talking about an ability to harm, but the thing that stops the harm from happening is choice. So you can choose, let's say that you have a sharp tongue, okay? This is an example. It is up to you if you're gonna use your sharp tongue to hurt someone else with your words, or if you're gonna use your sharp tongue to your advantage, in the sense that you're gonna maybe help other people, or use it in like business ventures. Use your ability to speak your truth clearly. Okay, it could go either way. So that's what the card is saying here, and I think it matches pretty well with that. Now let me get into each person here, because this person one here, being the Nine of Cups, this is someone who it's pretty content emotionally, okay? Or at least they really this is someone that feels very satisfied in their life, even though if we're seeing the Nine of Cups, you could say that one thing is missing, because it's one away from the Ten of Cups. But I don't like to see it necessarily that way, even though it could be the case. So this person could be very satisfied with their life. There's a chance that they feel like something is missing, or like there's something else that they need. This person has literally enough to share. But this person doesn't necessarily do that, I would say. Like, if it's like they have a lot of accomplishments, and they probably, even though this is cups, it's like there's a certain level here of emotional abundance. And when I say that, I feel like this could be talking about emotional stability, about someone who has a lot of emotional intelligence, or just in general, someone who's very has the ability to be giving, but I don't feel like they always are. So this person is giving me very elusive energy. I don't know why that's coming through like that, because this is the Nine of Cups. It's pretty straightforward. But it feels very elusive in energy, this person, for some reason. It feels like I don't know. It feels like they're not. This is not someone who always shows the entirety of who they are, if that makes sense. So like they have this. If you look at the Nine of Cups in like the traditional tarot, it's like just a man sitting on a chair, and there's like a table behind him, and he has the 9 cups right there, and he's looking very happy with his 9 cups, right? But it's like, you don't see what's under the table, you don't see what's behind the table, you just see what he's presenting to you, if that makes sense. I don't usually interpret that card like that, but that's how it's coming through. So I feel like this person could be hiding something from the other one, or this is simply someone who is very reluctant to share everything about themselves with other people, regardless of whether they have known them for a long time or not. Because I feel like it's a long time with the back and forth. So I don't know why. I don't know if I should ask for clarity about this. Like, can I ask for some clarity regarding person 1? Because they are messing me up a little bit. Is it a Scorpio? I don't know, man. So, this is a Temperance card. So, you know what? No, I'm not going to do that yet. Okay. So, this is indeed someone very careful. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not gonna, I feel like what I said is accurate here in terms of them not being completely open. This is someone who's very careful, in my opinion, of what they do. Especially someone who is very careful with their emotions. This is someone who could be a little bit guarded, emotionally, not someone that opens up easily. They try to keep their cool at all times, regardless of what happens, if that makes sense. We do have that metal here, which I find interesting. So it could be that they try to keep their cool at all times and be in control. But there could be times where that slips and they may release a lot of suppressed stuff, especially anger. So that could be the case here, okay? So I'm gonna get into this other person right now because this person just fucked me up for no reason. So so this is the person that has the same sign as this. So this person is patient. It feels like they're patient almost to a fault because they're going, again, back and forth. I feel like this person feels like they have a strong connection to this one, especially because they have probably either they have been together or interacting a long time, or it feels like it has. So this could be two people that maybe they met and they instantly were like, oh, I've known you before. Right? There's like that feeling of recognition between these two people. Or it could be that you just know them since forever. Let's say that it's a family or maybe a childhood friend, okay? But this person, even though it's a lion in the Eight of Wands, what? In the Strength card. What do you mean the Eight of Wands? Excuse me? Okay. It feels like this person is very passive when it comes to this person, and I don't mean passive in a bad way specifically. That's not necessarily bad. Just someone that maybe this person could be, there's a chance it could be reactive or have the ability to be reactive, like I said, with other people, but they kind of tame it down for this other person for some reason. I'm gonna get another card for this one. I didn't do this for pile 1, but I feel like I need it for you. I don't know why I say the Eight of Wands. So the Eight of Wands is like fast movement. Some people call it the arrows of love. It doesn't have to be. It's just something very fast, very sudden. It's like, I would say, this is the Five of Wands. So I would almost call the Eight of Wands kind of like the tower of the Suit of Wands, because it feels that fast. So we have the Five of Wands. Five of Wands is conflict for me. It can talk about collaboration, but with this being here, I keep going back to the idea of the conflict. I mean, I don't think you will be here if there wasn't any conflict, or maybe you are. I don't know, but it feels like again, there's this back and forth of energy where everything seems to be going well, but then there's an instance of conflict, and I feel like this has been happening enough where it feels exhausting and it's taxing for both parties here. Okay, there could be a how do I say this? It's... Wait. Oh my god. Where's that word that I'm looking for? Got it. I was like, okay, I got it. There's like a clash between... There could be a clash between what these two people want out of life, or a clash between the things that they're passionate about. So this could be that maybe let's say that they believe in different things. Maybe they are, one religious, one is not religious. Maybe one person wants, this is a lot about desires and wants here, especially with that metal. Maybe let's say that one person, there's just different morals, maybe different values in both of these people, and they clash at times, and that results in a lot of conflicts. If not values, just like there's a difference between these two people that they can technically overlook many times, but sometimes it causes a lot of conflict. Okay. But again, with this as the unified energy, I feel like it's like bubbling under the surface. So I feel like if you're here, you feel like in this situation right here, there's only so much more that either of you can take about this. If it's a cycle, if it's going back and forth, if it's something that's very cyclical in nature, you're probably very tired and you're probably at your wit's end is the phrase that they use with me. I would say at my fucking limit, but they say at my wit's end, so that's what I'm gonna use, you know? But both of you at your fucking limit, okay? That's basically what they're saying here. And I feel like you're both still stuck in this cycle, but I don't know if it's from both parties, but at least one person here wants to get out of the cycle. Okay, so what we're gonna use here, these two cards that I pre-picked already, these are gonna be maybe possible solutions to the situation, or they are going to be just general advice about this. So you got number 26, which is the waning crescent, surrender, and we have from the this is the Queen of the Moon Oracle. This is the Angelarium Year 1 collection card. So this one is Sidereal, Angel of Deception. That is so interesting. Okay, hold on. I think that fits a little bit too well with what I mentioned. I feel like this person, remember what I said, that they're not completely open about something? This person could feel that this other person is hiding something from them and probably deceiving them in some way. Now, I'm not seeing if that is true or not. It could be to some degree, but I don't think that they're like, my view on this here is that this person is simply closed off. You could say there's a certain level of deception in that, but I don't feel like they have ill intentions, if that makes sense. So I don't feel ill intentions here, even though you have Angel of Deception. I'm gonna read this real quick, because it says something in the back. It says, "I know you. We shared chamomile beneath a tree along the pilgrim's road, burning our lamp oil. Why then are the lamps missing, with your face still aglow?" Very interesting. So, I mean, yes, there's this trust here. There's so much, like, it's especially about this person's behavior. It's more like this person is the one that's wondering about whether this person is deceiving them or not. You may have maybe it's you, but this person may have some situational clues. That's what's coming through. That this person is deceiving them in some way, but not concrete clues yet. Nothing that they like, just situational stuff, nothing that is too damning in evidence. I don't know why I'm talking about it like that. Maybe this is talking about something legal. I'm not really sure. But with the 26 that says surrender, it's an interesting combination with the deception card. But with this surrender, I feel like what they're saying here is that the best kind of you could do right now is to wait it out, because I feel like if you don't have if you think that this person, if this person thinks that this one is deceiving them, like I said, there's not concrete proof that is the case. So what they're saying is to wait it out and see what happens, or maybe like wait it out in the sense that if this person is deceiving this one, that's going to be found out, that's going to come to light. If that's not the case, then it's this person over here is going to reveal what it is that they're hiding, whatever it is. It could be feelings, it could be it could literally be anything. It doesn't have to be something bad, but there's a possibility for some of you. I don't think this is the case for many of you, because I'm still seeing it, so I'm going to mention it. If there's gaslighting here, and you have been suspecting it, like if you have been suspecting that there's a gaslighting here, there very well may be, okay? Especially with this, because there's smoke here. Smoke, they call it like a curtain of smoke, I think. So it's kind of like you can't see clearly yet, but that's why they're also saying to surrender, see how things go. If there's deception and there's ill will, it will be revealed. If there isn't, it will also be revealed in time. So they're not exactly given here a this is what you do to solve it. It's more of wait and see how things unfold. That's kind of what's coming through here. So it's just waiting and see how it goes. Because this also adds up to an 8. I just noticed. Okay. All right. It's like this person. It's like this poem. It's like it's almost like a why. Like, why is this happening? Why, why are you being like this way? It's like this person has the most questions, but they're not exactly confrontational all the time. It's only when they are at their wits' end that happens here. This person, again, tries to keep their cool, but at some point, both parties tend to explode because they just can't take it anymore. So outside of these cards, the advice that I would personally give is to try to sit down with this other person, whichever you are, and come clean, or just be as honest as possible. So honest communication is needed here, because I don't feel like there's enough honest communication, or at least clear communication. So maybe both of these parties, they're not good at understanding each other because of this energy that I'm seeing right here. So, and this metal. So there could be issues with communication, in the sense that there is misinterpretation on both sides, and possibly because both people, they speak in terms that maybe the other person doesn't understand. That's very interesting how it's coming through. So the best that could be done here, I think, if you don't just want to wait, is to engage in an honest and deep conversation with the other person, okay? Because that's probably gonna clear a lot of things up. If, let's say that you are this person, and this person is the one that you think is deceiving you, if they are indeed deceiving you in some way, or have ill will towards you, you will know when you try to have this conversation. Because the thing with people who are deceitful is that they will try to defend themselves tooth and nail and get extremely defensive. They may also come clean about it, but that's less usual. It's not as usual. They usually get extremely defensive. So if this person is actually deceiving you, and this is the person that you're inquiring about, and this is you, actually trying to get this honest conversation will probably solve the issue. If you don't think that an honest conversation is an option here, you could wait it out. But I feel like if you don't believe that an honest conversation could happen with this person, then I would say that is probably your answer. So if there is gaslighting, like I mentioned before, then this person does have ill intentions, okay? So if there's gaslighting, if there are issues, if you actually think that there's no choice about talking to this person about it, then I would really, I would say to reevaluate your relationship with this person and see if it's worth it for you to stay, because I feel like this is causing a lot of distress for both of you, but for this person especially, if that makes sense. So that's all I have for you. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you feel called to, because I do put out new videos every Thursday at 12 p.m. EST and occasionally on Sundays. Also, go ahead and follow me on Instagram if you want. I do love my updates about the channel over there, and I also post messages occasionally. If you want to buy me a coffee, I have my Venmo and my Cash App in the description down below. It is never expected, but it's always very appreciated. I wish you the best of luck on your journey, and much, much love to you. Bye-bye. Hello, pile 3 with the Scissors charm. This is your reading. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to use this tarot. Hold on, before I forget about this, I have the feeling like if you pick this pile, for many of you, there's a chance that you just got off the phone with this person. So take that if it resonates, but that did come through, so I am going to mention it. That's very general, but like not everyone is gonna talk to their person right before this. So it feels like either you just finished talking to them, or they will call you while you're watching this. So that is coming through, because it feels like there's talking, like there's a lot of talking. There's a lot of like, it's not like one of those conversations that you have with people that's spaced out, where you are like, how are you? And like, fine. And like, oh, what are you doing? Nothing. No, it feels like there's a lot of talking going on. All right, so I'm gonna get with this tarot. I do have this card that is pre-picked to represent the general energy, but I'm gonna get these some tarot, one card for each to represent both people here, or both parties here. I do want to mention that the charm, the fact that you chose the scissors, there's something here that you or this person or both of you want to cut out. Those are too many. I want one card for each, please. Thank you. There's a Two of Pentacles. This charm is cutting out toxicity, but this could also represent, like, this is my if this is a relationship, this is my charm about breaking up. If this is about a friendship, this is my charm about cutting out the friend completely. And if not, it's cutting out certain parts of the relationship that may be toxic, or just setting down stronger boundaries. Okay, so I do want to mention that, because the charms, when I don't just grab the charms that I think look best. I technically get my charms are in a little shell. If you have been in my channel before, you have seen it. I just shake the shell up, and whatever falls out, especially if they fall out one by one, I will put them for the pile. So this is the one you got. I actually got 2 charms the first time around for your pile. I put them back, and then this one came out again. So this one came out the first time around along with a sun charm that I have. So the sun in tarot is a very positive omen. So it's good that I saw it, but I did put it back because I got 2 and I only got 1 here. Okay, so please give me 1 card for for the person 2, or the other person, whoever. Okay. So there it is. Thank you very much. The Magician. Okay. Oh, we just mentioned the sun, didn't we? This is the sun card. So I feel like if this was a breakup, maybe you just got off the phone with this person, you were discussing this, and maybe you haven't broken up, or if this is talking about just cutting someone out, I really feel like this is an omen that whatever happens in the situation is gonna be in your best interest, okay? For me, if this is something about cutting out another person, or, getting out of each other's lives, regardless of what the relationship between the two of you is, this could be a sign of reconciliation or some type of new beginning with or without this person. Either, whatever it is very, very good, okay? So I do want to mention that, because, that is, why would I do that? That is the Ace of Pentacles. Why did I just, okay. So, very positive opportunity for a new beginning here, okay? So, this is the unified energy, and it's the fish. So, I'm going to bring these closer. So, one person got Two of Pentacles, the other one the Magician. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to talk about each of these cards to see, kind of describe these 2 people, and then you're gonna choose which one is you, because I'm pretty sure you can determine which one is gonna present your energy. Okay, and then you got the fish, a little fishy, from the Liminal Spirits Oracle. I actually love this card. So I think it makes sense. There we go. I thought it was gonna stay blurry, but it didn't. Okay, I think it makes sense that this came up, especially with the part about the phone call and the possibility that this is talking about either friends, but more so romantic partners. But again, I'm not gonna just tell you what it is. I'm gonna keep it open, because there's like a plethora of situations that you could be going through right now. Okay, so but there's, with this fish right here, I feel like there's a lot of maturity between these people, not necessarily just emotional maturity, but these 2 people, they are not it's like they're not people that are rigid in their ways. These are not people that are the type to, let's say that if this is indeed a relationship, this is not the type of people that just break up and that's it. These are people that actually actively try to fix whatever the issue is. I'm getting a lot of Virgo energy, but that's not, take that as it resonates, but I do want to mention it because it's here. But there's indeed, with water, it's a fish, there's a lot of emotion in this. It's a fish, Pisces, of course. We have the water suit here. So for me, this is talking about like the unified energy here. It's very emotional. So I feel like with this right here, if there's the need to cut out one of cut each other out, and someone, not literally, like in your life. There's hesitation because there are emotions involved, and I don't feel like they are necessarily negative emotions, because this fish is giving me very good vibes. Okay, it's just giving me good vibes. So let's get into each person. So this person, I'm not gonna say which one is you. There may be, I may say at some point that one is most likely to be you, but use your intuition here as I'm going to describe it. So for this person with the Two of Pentacles, I mean, the Two of Pentacles represents kind of like indecision. So I feel like this person right here is juggling, of course, two things at once. This could be two decisions. This could be someone that is kind of stuck in the sense that they don't know what to do, especially within your situation. Is like they feel like they are between a rock and a hard place for some reason, or at least they don't know how to proceed, if that makes sense. So this is someone who's really weighing their options. This is someone who I feel like even if they're weighing their options, they prefer one of the options, but they don't want to disregard the other necessarily because they feel like it's important. Again, with that Virgo energy, for some reason it's coming through. So I feel like this person specifically, regarding the situation, they feel like they have already created or been through a lot together with this other person. So I feel like they don't want to just let this go or stop whatever is going on, because I feel like there was effort, like there was like an initial effort put in here towards something, but they're right now in this phase of being stuck. I don't know if it's that they don't know if they should proceed at all in this situation, or if they don't know how, or if they are kind of reconsidering the decisions that they already took, if that makes sense. So this, hold on, let me just, this person is, they can be a little rough around the edges at times, and I don't feel like this is someone that you know all the time what they're thinking. With the Two of Pentacles, of course, they may simply change their mind a lot, but I feel like specifically not you, like this other person. I get stuck with saying you because I usually say you in this radio. I'm not saying that this is you necessarily. This person doesn't know what this one is thinking all the time, and maybe sometimes this person doesn't even know what they themselves are thinking all the time. So they kind of get stuck in many ways. They may be very slow because they're always kind of considering the other option, if that makes sense. Whereas this person is much more determined. We have it by the Magician. So the magician has everything they need. So the Magician is someone who I believe is very in their power, someone who is able to create, someone who is able to make plans to create, someone who is very decisive. So almost the opposite of this. There's someone who's very quick-minded, if that makes sense, which I feel that's why they're kind of confused as to like how they don't understand what this person is thinking, because I feel like this is the type of person that can pick up on what other people are thinking and feeling, but they can't do that with this person. We're having oh my god, why would they show me that? They showed me the Twilight. Oh my god. So they showed me, if you have watched Twilight, there's like the whole thing is that Edward couldn't read Bella's mind. And that's how it's coming through. Oh my god, I hate that so much. I'm sorry. Like, oh my god, I just don't like that movie, but it just came through like that. So it definitely. So this person is Edward. What the fuck, man? Oh my god. Oh Jesus, that was unnecessarily funny the way they showed it to me. I was like, excuse me. Oh my god. Okay. So oh Jesus. I'm not saying that you're Edward or that this person is like, I'm not saying that you both are like this at all. But it does feel like the dynamic here is that this person usually can tell what what other people are feeling or thinking, but that's not the case with this person. So, this person, however, they are not confused. Like, they know what they want, and they know, or at least have an idea of the type of things that they need to do to get the thing that they want. Okay, so if I were to, like, considering everything I have here right now, if I was gonna say anything, I would feel like this is the person that is considering cutting out this other person, because the magician here is the one that has the sword. Okay, so this Two of Pentacles, this person is busy. Okay, this person right here is busy with the Two of Pentacles, going back and forth with them, but the magician has everything. He has the wand, the sword, the pentacle, the cup. So this person, if they want to cut out this one, they will. Unlike this person who is still kind of like taking their time and they just gave me something, and what is it? It's wavering in their steps. That is not a saying, is it? Anyway, I don't know. That's what they said. So, but this person is not the type to do that. So if they see that, it's like this person, even though there's emotion and there's positive things regarding this person, they're seriously considering if they should cut this person out. And I feel like even though this person is likely to consider it, they're not going to take nearly as much time as this person if they were going to do it. Okay, it could also be reversed, but this is how I'm seeing it right now. Again, take this as it resonates. Okay, so let me get into these cards. So I already pre-picked these ones. So these ones are gonna be they're gonna represent kind of like this potential solution to the situation, or just other advice about this. Okay, so you got protection, number 24, which is the waning crescent moon, and you're the only group that got 2 of these. So these are the year 1. I'm gonna show you this one. So these tiny ones, they are the year 1 Angelarium collection cards. So, and this one that I have right here that I'm showing you is the Queen of the Moon Oracle. So this is protection. And these tiny ones, I am very interested to see why this one is reversed, because these are Oracle technical. Well, they're not really Oracle, but I use them as Oracle. Okay, so you got Netza, which is emanation of victory, and you got Shakma, which is emanation of wisdom. However, this one is backwards, so it's upside down. But I'm gonna show them to you normally so you can see the beautiful artwork for a second. So these are the other 2 cards, and I am very interested in this. So protection, interesting. Even though this card says protection, I feel like this card is being more so representative of this person. It's almost like this person hibernates. I don't know if that makes sense. It's like there's a chance that this person feels like they have to do all the work regarding the situation, because this person is always, it's not that they're a step behind, it's that they waver more in their steps. That's what they said. It's like they just take longer, and it's not like this person is entitled or stuck up, or that they have no patience. Is that they genuinely, it's very likely that it feels to this person like they're carrying this person on their shoulders all the time. And that's kind of like the representation that I'm seeing here, even though this is meant to be kind of like a solution. So these other 2, Netza and Chakma, again with the emanation of victory. I wasn't even looking at that one. Holy shit. So the emanation of victory, I'm pretty sure you saw it. It's a being, the emanation. It's holding it's not a pillar, it's like an orb on their back. It's a huge orb. It's giving a lot of Atlas vibes from mythology. So it ties in with what I was saying. It's tired, but I feel like the fact that this is here is that it's saying that I don't know why. I don't encourage anyone to wait for another person if they don't feel like that's the case. However, in this particular reading, the way it's coming through for me is that this person is worth the wait. It could be the case that this person doesn't feel safe, because we did get that protection here. That this person maybe has been through trauma in their life, if they have experienced a lot of hurt, and that's why they take so long to keep moving. If you are this person that's, technically carrying this other person, you don't have to do it. They're just saying why this is happening. They are saying that for the majority of you, at least, it is worth the wait, because this person is eventually going to come out of their cocoon, come out of their hermit mode. Again, there's that Virgo here. But I would say that if you are this person, that you should make it clear to this other person your concerns, how you're feeling. There's a chance that they could react a little bit negatively, because they may blame themselves for taking so long and, you know, not being sure. So that's why I believe that if you're going to tell them, you should make it very clear that you're not judging them, that you're just letting them know how you feel. Because this is taking a tax, you know, this is taxing for you. It's tiring, and you want to make sure that they know that you're trying your best, but that you have a limit, you know, that you have a you're getting tired, and you would like it if they, you know, like, just reassure them. Like, if this is like a romantic relationship, reassure them that you actually do love them, because I feel like this person considers that a lot. Like, if you like them or not, if you are gonna leave them or not, just reassure them and make it clear what it is that you stand for, what it is that you are expecting from them, what it is that you want to work on together in this relationship. Okay. For some of you, considering that this is here, the best decision is going to be to cut this person off. So if it's a relationship, breaking up, but this is, again, up to you. The fact that Shakma came up in reverse, even though I don't read reversals, much less in Oracle, is that I believe that this person, well, not this person, both of them, it's like there's double blindness here. So I feel like there's a chance that even though there's a lot of emotion here, I don't feel like these people necessarily communicate their emotions effectively all the time. And I feel like they may both be in ignorance of the other's emotions about this at the time, or they both believe that the other person either doesn't understand them, or the other person doesn't understand the full scope of what it is that they're feeling, if that makes sense. Because it's coming up like this, and I'm gonna read Shakma, because I believe that this one is probably the most important card here of the two, because it's really long, so I'm not gonna. So this one says, this paragraph is the one that I'm being called to read. It says, first steps, like first love, require commitment to things you cannot know. The requisite faith to leap into the chasm without even the certainty of death or the hope of flight. Shakma is not the step. Shakma is the ephemeral decision dissolving into action. Shakma is the first light of reality. Open your eyes, young one. If that is for you, it's gonna resonate. I don't think I have to explain that one. But I feel like this card corresponds a lot to this person, both of them, but especially I believe this person. So, like, I wanted to give you like a solution to this situation, but I don't know if I can give you a solution, because I feel like here, considering Shakma is upside down, this is similar to Bile too, but like there's not clarity specifically about the other person. There is no there's a struggle to understand, because like I was mentioning, this person is very like determined. They're very clear on what it is that they want. This person is not that they're not clear, it's that they waver a lot in their decisions. They kind of take a step back every time. It's like they take one step forward and they take another one back, so they're not really moving anywhere. I feel like, considering this right here, there's going to be a breaking point in this situation. No, I'm not saying, like I said, I did get the sun literally twice. I was talking about it and it was on the bottom of the deck. So I'm not saying that this is going to end in a breakup as a relationship, or like, just getting out of each other's lives forever. I do feel like when I say breaking point, it's kind of like a tower moment, where kind of everything comes pouring out, whatever that means. That's what's coming. That's the way it's coming through. Everything comes pouring out of this person and you. And I believe that's going to be a turning point for your relationship, not in a bad way necessarily, or at least not for every one of you. So the scissors could be to cut out negativity or to cut out toxicity or fear or all of that, okay? But there's gonna be a breaking point, especially if these two people are actually completely if they come forward with the concerns about the situation, especially not necessarily about the emotions, because they know that there are emotions. It's more like concerns and how they feel regarding the other person's behavior specifically, especially this person, okay? So there's a lot of trust to be developed here. I know there's trust, but I believe that there should be more, especially on this person's side. I believe that this person is mostly traumatized, if anything. I'm gonna be completely honest. That is not an excuse, though. So I think that the fact that it came through that you both are the type of people to work this out, I would say it is more likely than not that once this breaking point is reached, whether it comes on organically or you both decide to sit down and talk about this, it's gonna be a positive outcome, okay? And very likely a rebirth within the relationship, and not that the relationship between these two people is gonna end completely. It's more like renaissance, if that makes sense, of the situation as a result of this, okay? So I would say not to worry too much about this. If you want to start this breaking point, if you want to kind of push the tower a little bit so it finishes falling, you can do that. If not, you can wait, because it's going to happen organically, I believe, for many of you. It may happen as soon as today. That's how it's coming through, because I did get that phone call thing. So I feel like if it's not if it hasn't happened yet, and you don't want to take the first step, it's not going to take that much longer, because Netza can only take so much and for so long, okay? So there's only so much this bird can carry, right? There's only a certain distance this bird can carry this woman in the nest, okay? So, but I think it's good. I don't think this is a bad situation. Well, it may be painful, but what I'm saying is that the outcome in and of itself, it doesn't feel like it's bad. And even if this relationship between the two people ends, it will be in the best interest of both, okay? So I do want to make that very clear right here. I'm not seeing a bad outcome here whatsoever. I'm feeling a very good thing right here, and I don't want you to lose your mind about this. I would say to let it happen organically. If you want to take action, you can do that, but I would just say to let it happen organically for this person's sake, so they are actually ready to stop juggling and start building, if that makes sense. That's how it's coming through. All right, so that's all I have for you. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you feel called to, because I do put out new videos every Thursday at 12 p.m. EST and occasionally on Sundays. Also, go ahead and follow me on Instagram if you want. I do all my updates about the channel over there, and I also put out other messages occasionally. If you want to buy me a coffee, I have my Venmo and my Cash App in the description down below. It is never expected, but it's always very appreciated. I wish the best of luck on your journey, and much love to you. Bye bye.